Good evening to everyone. Good evening, sir. I am B. Srividya from CSCC section bearing roll number 23 series pilot. Now, I am here about the explain about the subject organizational behavior and the topic name and the topic as given, that is types of groups, that is formal versus informal. Here we are discussing about group dynamics. In this chapter, we discuss it is related to group dynamics. What are the types of groups? That is formal versus informal. What are the characteristics, concepts, characteristics and behavior of the formal group, and what are the regulations, characteristics, rules that are followed by the informal group, and what are the persons are involved in this group, and who, what is the condition for the two groups. Going to discuss now. Here, introduction to groups. Groups are essential components of social interaction and organizational structures. They can be categorized into two main types, that is formal and informal. Understanding the distinction between these groups can enhance teamwork and communication. Here, what is the group definition? It is the components of the social interactions. Means the it is playing the basic fundamental block of the social network and organizational structure. They can be categorized into two types. The groups can be categorized into two types, that is formal and informal. Understanding it means what are the differences, what are the similarities, or who are the persons who are involved in these groups. Let me know. Definition of formal groups. Formal groups are established by the organization to achieve specific goals. These groups have a structured format with defined roles and responsibilities. Example include project teams, committees, and departments with the company. Here the formal groups. We can see the most of the formal groups in the working places, means in software department and different government offices. We can see the formal groups there. Means these groups are established. The main goal of this group is to fulfill their responsibilities, and they have to play a role to get to achieve their goals in their lives. What are the examples here? Means project teams, committees, and departments within a company. Here the definition, example: the United Nations, the World Health Organization, the International Monetary Fund, the American Medical Association, Federal Bureau of Investigation, the International Olympic. What are the characteristics of formal groups? Formal groups operate under organizational guidance and policies. Members typically have designated titles and job descriptions. Interaction within these groups are often governed by rules and procedures. Here, the formal groups are under the organizational structure. Mean they have to follow the discipline and their policies and the regulations accommodated by the particular company. The members in these formal groups have their own idea, and they behave like a professional duties, and they are working. Means they can achieve they are designated to achieve their titles and job descriptions, and mainly they are working to fulfill their social needs. Interaction within groups are governed by, means the interaction between the formal group, the interaction within the group within the formal groups are often uh, followed by the some procedures and rules accommodated by the company. Definition of going to the informal group. Informal groups emerge naturally among individuals without official recognition. They are formed based on the personal relationships, shared interests, and social interfaces. Examples include friendship circles, hobby clubs, and online communities. Means the informal groups How they create the informal groups? The informal groups are naturally means individuals without any regulations, rules, and policies. They formed on the means. These groups are mainly formed on the personal relationship. What are the interpersonal relationship or between the two persons by the emotional set of intelligence between the two persons. um, Based on that, the informal groups are created. The best example is the friendship. The friendship circles or the groups which they discuss naturally and making jokes and etc. what they are doing. The characteristics of informal group. What are the characteristics we have to go in the informal group? Informal groups are characterized by flexibility and lack of formal structure. Membership is voluntarily and based on the personal choice rather than organizational mandate. The communication within informal groups is typically more casual and spontaneous. Means here the informal group are characterized by flexibility. Means it is this group it depends on the interpersonal relationship between the among the members. They are not formed they are not formed based on the rules, regulations, and policies. They are not following at all. They and the group are formed to share their emotions, feelings, and etc.